Moment of silence for the champions, for those who make going hard a lifestyle. Never wait for nothing, gotta get it right now. I'm in the spotlight when they turn the lights down. Only a champ swing the hardest in the 12th round. I love the fourth quarter, I love the ninth inning, I love game 7. Bring on the competition, cause in my heart can't nobody do it better. Can't slow me down, won't stop me never. I'm so Cassius Clay, I'm Tyson in his prime.
You know me, man. I'm Barry Bonds with mine. What's up, everybody?
You know who didn't swing in the 12th round?
Who?
SGA.
Finish him.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Welcome to the Pressure Podcast. This is a Thursday night edition where we will recap the N3A and we will talk about the QFL a little bit. We're gonna dive in to straight to the N3A. The Knicks are still not found a coach. That's nothing new. The Pacers are up, and SGA is struggling. How much is he struggling? We will dive into that. Without further ado, we are live from our studio in Orlando, Florida. It's your boy King Coke.
Finish him.
Rated M for Millennials. It is Throwback Thursday.
Give me a hell yeah.
Like I mentioned, the Pacers are in control. The Knicks can't find a coach, and SGA has zero clutch gene. Wah, wah, wah.
A no good loser like you bum.
Now, I know that's a little harsh calling him a bum, but the thing is that when you're that elite, when you're that guy, you are expected to deliver, and he is not delivering on the clutch.
Unfortunately.
Now, I'm not trying to hate. It's just I call it how it is. It's just, you know what I'm saying? I don't call it just because I want to see it that way. It's just how I see it. It's what's being seen right now.
And it's how it's been for years and years and years and years. All these guys up here, they've had to make big shots.
Absolutely. And, you know, it's funny because a lot of people used to get on LeBron because he couldn't take that final shot or whatever. And nobody's saying nothing about SGA. Nobody's trolling. Nobody's making memes out of him. Nothing.
Pick and choose.
They pick and choose. Like I always said, America picks and choose when they want to like somebody. I first learned this a long time ago with Andrew Luck. Yeah, I know.
Be cool, nigga.
That motherfucker.
Goddamn white boy.
Andrew Luck was drafted to the Colts, who were 1-15 that year because Peyton Manning had missed the whole season. He had a neck injury, and that's the year that Peyton went to the Broncos, and they drafted Andrew Luck. And coincidentally, when Peyton Manning got drafted to the Colts back in '98, they were also 1-15. They were the worst team in the league.
Right.
Now, the reason why Peyton is known to DirecTV, and he's always doing this and doing that, Omaha and all that stuff, and he literally winds the clock down all the way down to 2 or 1 seconds, and just to keep the defense on their toes. The reason why he did that was because he had no defense to trust. So he had to learn how to keep on the field as much as possible so that the other team's offense can't come, meaning Tom Brady usually. And it took him a long time to get a Super Bowl because it took his team a long time to build. You know what I'm saying? Andrew Luck had the exact same start to his career. And when Peyton was doing it, people used to hate Peyton. He ain't no Tom Brady, this and that, blah, 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 blah. But when Andrew Luck does the exact same thing, give it time. He's young. What do you expect? He went to the worst team in the league. You ain't giving that excuse to Peyton? So I started realizing, damn, America picks and chooses when they want to like and not like somebody, even though they're in the same situation, the same kind of thing. And it gets annoying. And SGA...
both really good dudes, too. Not cocky or anything, so...
And exactly, they're not. And I don't hate Andrew Luck. I don't. It's just, how you going to be favorable to Andrew Luck but not to Peyton? And Peyton's a sheriff. So how you going to be favorable to LeBron James, to SGA but not LeBron James? You know what I'm saying? So that makes no sense to me. But let's get to it. Let's get to the NBA Finals. The Pacers are up 2-1. They beat the Thunders 116-107 at home. Hallie and Siakam, like we called, needed a big game. They did. And then Mathurin came up from the bench to shake up the finals and Vegas. SGA has 0 field goals in clutch time in 3 games.
By the way, Ben Mathurin outscored OKC's whole bench.
Yes.
by himself.
Now, look at this stat from SGA. Wait, wrong one. Look at this right here. When it comes to game 1 against Denver, Minnesota, and Indiana, cool. Game 2, same thing. But when it comes to game 3, for some reason, boom. And it's because he had home court advantage. That's a telling story. And for those who don't know, he ended up scoring 20 game 3 against Indiana.
Finish him.
So, with that being said, I just don't understand what the Thunder can do, because I never thought I'd see a score line like this. The Thunder had Holmgren, SGA, and Williams in above 20 points or more, and yet they still lost by 9 points. I didn't think that was possible.
Well, I didn't think it was possible Ben Mathurin would score 27 either.
I agree.
That was big. T.J. McConnell. I feel like this was like what you said. Well, one thing that I noticed, and I keep saying, and I keep repeating this, I'm going to keep repeating this, is that it looks like Indiana's destined to win this championship. That's one. And two, it just seems like when the chips are down at their worst, Indiana, that's when they play their best. It's like whenever you seem to like count this team out, they show up, and in the biggest moments of the game, they show up. T.J. McConnell, I know you didn't get to watch the game because you was at work. I'm watching the game, and I'm like, okay, it looks like OKC got it going, and they did early on. Chet Holmgren, 15 points in the first half. Only had 5 in the second half. Only had 5 points in the second half. Williams kind of had it going. He didn't really have it going in that fourth quarter.
Missed 3 free throws, too.
Missed 3 free throws.
Finish him.
SBA. But then T.J. McConnell comes in before the half, and they make a big run. And this was all because of T.J. McConnell. This was all T.J. McConnell and Ben Mathurin that made this run possible for what made the run in the second half for Indiana. Because Siakam really didn't have it going. He had it going early in the first quarter, and then he didn't have it going for a minute there. Halliburton didn't really have it going either. This game is all because of Mathurin and T.J. McConnell. They basically like spring loaded the team to get them going, and that's when the fourth quarter showed up and the stars showed up for Indiana, including Miles Turner, who I think, even though he didn't score a lot, was great defensively down the stretch in order for them to win this game. It just seems like Indiana's making every play when they need to make it, and OKC's not.
And
that's just what I'm seeing.
And I can't depend on a young team to be able to do that, honestly.
Exactly, and that's where you was right. That's where you're right there, where you said
I remind
that
you
the
guys,
team is
the
just
Thunder
too young, and that's just what it is.
I have to remind you guys, the Thunder deploy 3 guys on their starting lineup that are still on rookie deals. I repeat, the Thunder deploy 3 gentlemen in their starting lineup that are on rookie deals. So 3 out of their 5 starters are on rookie deals. Wallace, Holmgren, and Williams. I cannot trust those young guys because they haven't been battle tested yet. SGA has been, and I already said that a long time ago. SGA is going to come to the party. I just don't know who else is going to show up with him, because SGA, what happens when SGA does not have his usual 30, then what? And I still didn't think, if you would have told me, all right, imagine if SGA didn't have his 30, but he had his 20, and then Williams had his 20, and Holmgren his 20. Oh, they're going to win, usually. But they didn't win. Now, I get it. This is on the road, not at home, but this is the playoffs. Not all games are going to be on the at home court. You're going to have to go to the other team's stadium.
And you still have to, and at the end of the day, they still have to steal one, because if they don't, this is over.
So SGA finished 9 of 20 from the field, and he also finished 1 of 3 from 3, and 6 turnovers. And like I mentioned, 0 field goals in clutch time come game 3. That cannot happen. At least get to the free throw line more if you can't make your shots. At least you could do that because you're an excellent free throw shooter. I think the writing's on the wall here. The Thunder are just too young. The Pacers are too loaded. The Pacers are too experienced, and they seem to have this under control. If the Pacers were to win Game 4 tomorrow or later tonight, this series is over.
In 5, I think they win OKC.
This series is over. SGA. The thing about SGA though, I need him to go Super Saiyan 2 too. He's stuck at Super Saiyan 1. I get it that you can. I mean, you wake up and score 30. I'm gonna need you to come in with a 40 piece if you want to be on that Pantheon list right here. You need to come with a 40 piece and get your team back on the series.
It's
you need
time.
to steal home court back. You need to get momentum back before you get home to Game 5. I don't think it's gonna happen because Halliburton and Siakam, even though they played big when it counted, they didn't have the elite game that they can have. The fact that they can still do that Game 4 is very, very scary to the Thunder. I don't know what else the Thunder can do because look at this defense. I thought the Thunder are supposed to have a great defense, and they do. But how do you allow 40 points before to close the first half?
Mm-hmm. And 40
and 32 in the fourth quarter, and expect to win on the road.
Yeah.
In the first, they outscored the Pacers 32-24, which is excellent. You came out of the
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying, out of
But then the second quarter,
correct. In the second quarter, you went 28-40.
that was McConnell and
Which is a deficit of 12.
that was McConnell and Mathurin minutes. Those were those minutes.
So they know how to come out the gate firing off because like I said, the first quarter was 32-24 for the Thunder. In the third quarter, after halftime, it was 29-20 for the Thunder. So they know how to come out the gate firing. But when you do that and the other team punches you back, what do the Thunder do? What's going on, King Jamie? Oh, don't worry, we'll get to the QFL. It's just that it's the NBA Finals, and there's not really much happening in the QFL right now, except for punk ass Rogers.
We got training camp coming up.
Yeah, but we got something that. Don't worry, stick around. We got something for you. How you doing, brother? Yeah, I think the writings of the wall.
Caruso was minus 15. Williams and SGA combined had 10 turnovers out of the 19.
That's embarrassing.
So they got to play better, even though they did score the ball. It's not all about scoring the ball. You got to take care of the ball too. So that's big. And just to give you an example, like those turnovers, those are the type of turnovers that I see Jaylen Brown do all the time, and he don't have handle like that. Like for you to do that, being the star player that you are and the MVP of the league, it's unacceptable.
So I need SGA to come back with a 40 piece.
He needs that.
I need Williams to show up. I don't expect nothing from Home Green. I don't expect much from the other guys. I just need Williams and SGA to come up. And he says we need new heroes, a new era of heroes.
I think we do. I think we have that coming, King James.
Yeah, it's just that one of them tore his Achilles. The other one,
I think we do. I'm talking about Indiana. I'm talking about the guys on Indiana.
Halliburton. You think he's going to be one of those heroes?
And I think Siakam is very underrated. And I think Indiana's just they're deep. They got a deep squad, man. Like you said, that's what's winning them. To me, that's what's winning them this, because even if Halliburton don't got it going, or Siakam don't got it going, it seems like somebody else always shows up. Seems like always somebody shows up. I can't even explain it no more. I was literally watching the game. I'm like, it's the fourth quarter. Halliburton comes in with like 6 minutes left. They're like back and forth at this point. I think it's only like a 3-point game. Halliburton comes in. I'm like, I literally text, Hallie time. My boy, he's an OKC fan. He goes, nah, we'll see what he does. And I'm like, bro, he's been doing it every playoff series. He's been doing it in the fourth quarter. He's just been showing up in the fourth quarter. I've never seen anything like this. Well, I have, but from those guys right there. That's why I'm saying, like, he gonna be on a list soon if he keep doing it.
Okay, James says he's doing great. He's working hard and traveling. It's my dream to have gone everywhere. I want to meet you and drink a 40.
Hell yeah, that's
Finish
him, bro.
I just come back from Colombia on Monday, brother. I was there for a 4-day vacation just to get out of town, unwind, visit one of my girlfriends, and come back. And now I'm ready to work a few more weeks, and then I'm going to the Dominican Republic for the other girlfriend. You know how it goes, bro. and then I come back, and then I finally chill for 2 months before I go to Tokyo. Yeah, King Jamie. Listen, we were saying earlier when the playoffs first started, this is one of the worst generations of clutch superstars ever because Donovan Mitchell ain't clutch. SGA is not clutch. Ant-Man is not clutch.
I don't think Tatum is either.
Well, we don't know. We don't know.
We haven't seen it.
Yeah, we don't have too many. Yeah, we haven't seen it, but we haven't seen too many situations where he could.
I will say this though. When you need it from him, you'll get the 40-point game. You will get the 50-point game from him. He will show up like that. It's time for SGA to bump those numbers up a little bit more because those guys, there was times where they knew, hey, I got to put this motherfucking cape on and y'all niggas just need to stand back here and watch me do what I do. So, it's time. It's time because they need it. They're drowning. They're drowning.
Yeah, there's a lot of stars that are not clutch, and they want to be the face of the league. Like, come on, baby. And then Jokic is not clutch. Jamal Murray, he used to be clutch, and I don't know what happened to him.
Against the Lakers.
Oh yeah, I guess he's only clutch against the Lakers. Good shit.
He's a Laker kid.
Talk that sass.
That's what he is.
I'm the same, bro. I love fourth quarter performers. Not
call.
always, because usually a lot of those fourth quarter performers are against my team. Not to name any names, Reggie Miller, Pat Mahomes, fuck them.
I was one defending SGA coming in, saying he is clutch, bro. I mean, like if I don't see it, I'm calling it out. I don't care. I'll admit I was wrong and be like, nah, he's just not. And I haven't seen it.
Now I'm not gonna.
I'm not saying he can't do it. I haven't seen it.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, any given Tuesday, I'm not gonna call him a choke artist now. You know what I'm saying? Because I haven't seen him choke. However, he doesn't step up when his team needs him to. So I gotta call that out. And the thing about the thing is that right now is where we will see what SGA is made of. He's down 2-1. There's only 2 games left for him to lose before, you know what I'm saying, the tournament's done. And Goro and Shang Tsung are waiting to take over the Earth realm. So SGA, if you're going to pass through the Mortal Kombat tournament, I need you to give me a 40-piece and turn Super Saiyan 2 on that ass.
Fatality.
We haven't seen yet is Indiana play their best game. We haven't seen.
I don't think we have.
We haven't seen a blowout yet, which we can see. We can see where they're hitting on all cylinders, and there's nobody missing a shot. They can get to that point, and that you don't want to have to deal with, because if you deal with that, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you get blown out in game 4, the series is over in 5.
King Jamie, I'm gonna if you could leave your email or not email, just leave me your info in the comments. So I want to do a collab because I want to know. I've been working and traveling a lot myself, so I'm sorry, bro. I tuned into some of your lives, but I don't know whenever you go on. But I want to do a collab because you and your friend got some points out there that I like to speak with you on, especially when it comes to football. So when before training camp comes, if we could do a nice collab, whatever, brother, let me know because I would love to do that because you're cool dudes, man. So let's get to the.
By the way, King Jamie, I got this on Temu.
Let's get to the QFL, shall we?
They got all them little.
Let's get to the QFL. Look at this, King Jamie. Look at this blasphemous fucking poster that I saw on Instagram that's going viral right now. Who the fuck has Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and Pat Mahomes bowing to a man called Sanders for the Cleveland Browns? Please stop the nonsense. Please stop the nonsense. So George Sanders needs to worry about just moving up the depth chart from 4th, because right now I think he's 4th.
They say he's doing good, but it's only minicamp. I swear people think like we got pads on or.
I don't care if training camp starts tomorrow and he's already won the QB battle. He's nowhere near in the same breath at those legends that we have there.
Absolutely.
Josh Allen is a legend for the rest of his life. He's going to be a Hall of Famer.
MVP.
Pat Mahomes is already a Hall of Famer.
MVP.
Lamar Jackson should probably already be a Hall of Famer.
MVP.
And Jalen Hurts is well on his way right behind Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen.
Super Bowl MVP. I don't get it. Like, what the fuck we talking about? Like, why? I feel like people do that shit just to piss people off, so we can have stuff to talk about. For real.
Hell yeah, King Jamie. Hell to the fuck yes. Because the QFL is about to start and we need to get going on that. But I don't mind who's that? Mariota. Who's number 8 for the Falcons again? It's
Absolutely.
I don't know who that is, but
Who? Which one?
number 8 for the Falcons. I think that's the Falcons. I don't know who that is. I don't know if that's Mariota or if that's Kirk Cousins or somebody. I know that's Jared Goff over there. They got Mahomes twice. I don't know why.
What fucking jersey is that?
I don't know. I guess because they don't want to fuck it up because I mean I could tell that guy next to Jalen Hurts is Lamar, even though that's not his jersey number or his logo. But you could just tell that's Lamar. You could just tell that's supposed to be Mahomes. But I don't know why they got Mahomes twice. I think they meant to put Joe Burrow up there. But no, broski. Those guys don't bow down to no Cleveland Brown, let alone fucking Shador Sanders. Who the fuck is Shador Sanders right now?
That nigga's not even Trevor.
Nah, broski.
He's not even Trevor yet. Like
I don't know why people with blasphemous stuff just come around and make shit viral that don't make sense at all. If it made sense, if it was funny, if it was trolling, I get it. But this is not funny, trolling, or it makes sense in any way.
You know what it is? Is that people get so hyped about hearing good things about people in camp and stuff like that, and they think that like rolls over to the regular season. Sometimes just because you play good doesn't mean you are good. It might just mean your team is not that good. So it makes you look better than you really are. When you go to face these juggernauts, then you're like, oh shit, I'm in some shit now because this wasn't the team that I was facing in training camp. Exactly, motherfucker, because that's not what you're going to be facing.
Well, that goes both ways. Pause. The fact that you have a loaded team can also show how important you can be to your team.
Absolutely.
For example, when Jalen Hurts went down this last season, you guys were on a roll, and all of a sudden you lost to the Washington Redskins.
True.
You know what I'm saying? But then you kick their ass as soon as Jalen Hurts is back come playoff time. So, you know what I'm saying? It just... Listen, man, Shador Sanders, I don't hate the kid, and I think he's going to be fine. I think he's going to be fine
too.
But you got to understand,
crazy,
nobody in the world thought Mahomes was going to be Mahomes. Nobody in the world thought Josh Allen was going to be Josh Allen. He was a project. A guy with a strong arm that can run. Nobody knew he was accurate. Nobody thought Lamar Jackson was going to be Lamar Jackson, bro. You could maybe tell Joe Burrow was going to be Joe Burrow, maybe. And not many people had hopes on Jalen Hurts, why he dropped to the second round. Brother, you got a lot of nerve to put those guys bowing down to Shador Sanders, who have accomplished so much in this league.
Can you elaborate on what King Jamie's saying there? What did his pop say that pretty much got him drafted like that? What do you think? What do you think he said that?
Well, his pop told a few teams that he didn't want to get drafted there. They pulled in Eli and John Elway. Eli was supposed to be drafted to the Chargers, and he didn't want to go there. And John Elway was supposed to be drafted to the Baltimore Colts. He didn't want to go there.
Gotcha.
So they forced their way out. Bo Jackson did the same thing. Bo Jackson was both baseball player and football player, and the Buccaneers came and did something illegal to try to woo him into going to the NFL draft, which he was going to go to anyway. And he said, no, you don't have to do that. Please, okay? Let me just finish my baseball season, and come draft time, if you draft me, I will play for you. However, don't fuck up my baseball season, because if I get kicked out from baseball, I'm not playing for you guys. Sure enough, he got kicked out of baseball because they did some illegal shit with the Buccaneers, and he never forgave him. That's why the Raiders got lucky. They picked him. They scooped him off as a free agent. They traded for him, I think. They traded for him. It was a weird trade, whatever. And he was like, all right, cool, I'll play football again. You know what I'm saying? He just he put his dead say I'd rather play baseball than play football for the Buccaneers.
Gotcha.
Yeah. He would refuse the Browns and a few other teams.
That's crazy that he would refuse the Browns, and look where he's at.
And then he also made the mistake of skipping the combine. You can't do that, bro. Can't do that.
Yeah, you're never a sure thing. You never can think you're a sure thing. You gotta go out there and compete.
But like I said, when this happened, let that be a lesson to all the up and comers, all the young up and comers.
The other guy too, Caleb.
Yeah.
Caleb
do not think anything's guaranteed. Go through your due process. Go
compete.
Ace your interviews. Compete against all the others, and earn your spot in the draft. Okay. Nothing's given in this world.
The scouts, they see that and they love that. They want to see you compete.
And
They see that you're lazy and you only rest on your laurels.
yeah, some
They-
people are saying it's because he got paid too early. He has an attitude because he's already a millionaire before he left
I mean,
college.
he is.
I don't think that's why. I don't
But-
think that's what
but
it is.
that's
I
not-
think his PR team, his dad, and his manager gave him bad advice. I think that's what happened.
For real.
No, but Al Davis was a winner, though. Al Davis was, you know what I'm saying? Al Davis hated the NFL. He hated the commissioner. What was his name? I forgot his name back then. He hated the NFL. He would fight against them. He would do anything they can. If he was still alive,
Wasn't it Roger Goodell?
no, back then it wasn't Roger Goodell. I forgot what his name was.
I thought it was him. No,
But
the whole time.
if Al Davis was alive like 5-6 years ago, he would have signed Colin Kaepernick just because they know the NFL is trying to shut him out. Because he's the only one owner who did not get along with none of the NFLs. I miss Al Davis. Even though his Raiders are not what it used to be, I do miss Al Davis, man. Just like I miss George Steinbrenner, the owner of the Yankees. He was a. Let me tell you something. As a Yankee fan, George Steinbrenner was annoying as fuck as an owner because he's so impatient. He's as a perfectionist. He will not let anybody make a mistake and give him a second chance. He will trade him immediately, and it pissed me off. But that fire that he had is what drove the Yankees to so many rings. You see what I'm saying? That's the kind of owner you want. And I miss the boss.
Man, he gave up some players. Bro.
I miss the
I'll tell
boss.
you what, man. When it came to getting it done, he was
See,
gonna get it done.
And I know Al Davis isn't perfect. Believe me, no owner is perfect. But I can appreciate an owner like Al Davis instead of an owner of the Pittsburgh Pirates, for example, the owner of the Oklahoma City Thunder, for example, who are cheap. They, you know what I'm saying? They can build good teams, but for some reason they can never keep them around because they're cheap. Al Davis benched Marcus Allen for his entire career. He could have been better than Barry Sanders. Casey got him. He got his records. I love Marcus Allen. Yes, Marcus Allen also was a USC product. He was a O.J. Simpson protege. I know.
Be cool, nigga.
Don't name drop O.J. Simpson in June because this is the month where he did that shit way back, 24 years ago? 20 years ago?
And we got another celebrity in.
Listen, man, Marcus Allen was the man back then. You can't say nothing about it. I don't know too much about Barry Sanders, but he was the top running back of all. He's one of the top running backs of all time. I mean, it is what it is. King Jamie, who's your favorite running back of all
Barry
time?
Sanders did that shit with no O-line.
Who's your favorite running back of all time?
That is my favorite running back.
Barry Sanders? Gotcha.
Just because I'm talking about, like, I like to think of him like Nightcrawler. He'd be in one spot and then poof, he's in another. Just like that. That's why my second favorite running back is LT, LaDainian Tomlinson, because he's so explosive.
You know what my
Man,
favorite
that
running
should be
back
easy.
is? You know who my favorite running back is.
Your favorite running back? Wait give me the team. Just give me-
Baltimore.
It's for Baltimore? Nah, but not now, right?
Yep.
It's Henry?
Nope. Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, it's looking like, bitch.
They want to call him a running back that can throw. Then go ahead and call him a running back that can throw. He's still the best running back in the world. Fuck y'all. Nah, I'm just messing. My favorite running back is it's either
Chris Holmes? Oh, I like that one. Or Joe Delaney.
my favorite running back is either Jim Brown, but I didn't grow up watching Jim Brown, but I know what he meant and what he was, or
I ain't gonna lie, Walter Payton was a motherfucker too.
yeah, I didn't get to
don't
watch
think
Walter Payton.
they
He's
talk
up
about
there,
him enough.
but I'll probably say LT.
LT.
It was just a joke because you know how people always say Lamar is just a running back. He's not really a quarterback. All he does is run. Well,
LT was tough.
Well, then that means he's my favorite running back. Yeah, I was just talking shit there. But it's nice. It's nice that, you know what I'm saying, now they can't say that about Lamar so much, so I use it against them now. You know what I'm saying? All the haters from back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I've never been one of those guys. I always give people a fair chance. You know what I'm saying? I always give people a fair chance. When Tebow got into the league, I didn't like Tebow. I'm not a Gator fan. I didn't care for him much.
He got it done, though.
You know what I'm saying? But he beat the Pittsburgh Steelers in the playoffs. That's all I cared about. I was laughing. I was in the Steelers bar when that happened. All right, and I live in Florida, so you know how that goes. That was funny as hell to me. How the fuck did the Pittsburgh Steelers lose to Tim Tebow? I'll never know because it happened. Okay, and he did it with his arm. He did it with his arm legit. So I don't hear what anybody says. I don't care what anybody says. But I give everybody their fair chance. It's just that they show what they show, and then that's it. You know what I'm saying? If they show up, they show up, and if they don't, they don't.
You can't take away the fact that he had the intangibles anyway.
Correct. Lamar doesn't show up in the playoffs like I need him to, and that's the fact. There's nothing I can say about it. I put it. He's a choke artist. But if a choke artist averages 119-point passer rating in the playoffs, I'll take that. Okay.
He'll get that eventually.
Ickey Woods, not Ickey Woods. Cincinnati Bengals, Ickey Woods. Where's the Ickey shuffle in the deli? Get some cold cuts. Get some cold cuts. Woo! Bam! Spike that shit.
That's a goated commercial.
That was
bro.
Geico, right? I think that was a Geico commercial. It had to be a Geico commercial. Hey, of course it had to be a Geico commercial. Geico got the best commercials
I think
ever.
it is Geico. I think it is.
Geico got the best commercials ever. I like that one, Ickey Woods.
It's a gold guy.
Man, fuck Emmitt Smith. I never liked Emmitt Smith. Fuck Emmitt Smith. Nah, he's cool. He's one of the best. He is one of the best.
I hate him, but yeah.
Fuck Emmitt Smith, man. I just don't like.
Who's this though? I don't know who that is.
The Nigerian Nightmare. Who's the Nigerian Nightmare?
King Jamie. Who's the Nigerian Nightmare? AP top 5?
Yeah, maybe. No, I mean we live in a good. We went to back great QB eras, so we're lucky. I don't think the NFL or the QFL has ever seen a back-to-back era of so many. Oh, Oyoke, Christian Oyoke, yeah, Okoye. I don't think the NFL has had this many back-to-back quarterback eras ever in their life. Because we went from, like I said, we went from Brady, Manning, Breeze, Rodgers, Eli, Big Ben, Roethlisberger, Russell Wilson, young age, Tony Romo.
You said Eli?
I said Eli.
Okay.
And who else won a Super Bowl around that time? I mean, Romo didn't, but he was still competitive. And who else won a Super Bowl in that time? Joe Flacco. Okay? And now we have Burrow, Mahomes, Allen, Hurts, Jackson, and it keeps growing. You got C.J. Stroud, you got Daniels. It's a good era for quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? I think we're living in a good era. I think we should enjoy what we have right now because you never know when it's gone. Because at any moment, any of these guys could be injured for the rest of their career. You know, football's a brutal sport. It always has been, always will be. But we're still in the off season. We're just waiting for the eventual mini camp, training camp, and the summer league for the NBA is all that's left after that, and then comes training camp. I know, but Romo will put up some numbers, broski. I bet you. Let me tell you something. I respect Romo more than I respect Dak Prescott, and I don't even hate Dak Prescott.
Yo, I fucking hate Romo, bro. Like that Romo's baller, bro.
And Romo's a choke artist, and I still trust him over Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott is a garbage time quarterback, for the most part. And it is what it is, man. And you got to call it how you see it.
Call it how you see it, man. That's what it is.
All his numbers come when he's down by 20.
Niggas wanted to mention how good he was against Green Bay in that playoff game. I was like, nigga, that was after the fact he threw 2 interceptions. You can't make this up. And you didn't just throw one. You threw another interception. The interception went for a touchdown, meaning you gave them points.
Now, King Jamie, what
Jesus.
other than having Reed and Mahomes, what in your roster gives you confidence heading into this season? For my Ravens, I think it's the secondary. We've got a Stark, Malachi Starks from Georgia. Was it Georgia or Alabama?
Georgia.
Malachi Starks. So
My favorite safety in the draft.
we might have the best the safety tandem with Kyle Hamilton and Malachi
Charles
Starks.
is my favorite the cornerback too.
And
Williams.
what's your
Our strength
no what's your newest
addition?
that you can't wait to see on the field for your Eagles?
The newest addition I can't wait to see.
It's probably the best way to say it.
That's a good one.
I think it's your new linebacker.
It's either the linebacker, but the linebacker's supposedly not gonna start because he was injured. That was the reason why he fell. I'm gonna go with Andrew Makuba, the safety that we got from Texas. I want to see what he's gonna do. I liked him coming out of the draft. I thought he was underrated. I'm excited about that safety. He wasn't my first safety on the board or second, but he was up there. So he's a ball hawk. I can't wait to see him. I think the secondary. I think our secondary is gonna be incredible this year, as long as we stay healthy.
You do, but he's got a running back room that's 1,000. I got a running back room that's 2,000 because I got Lamar Jackson.
Well, you talking about our run? Yeah, but it's different with us because the reason why we're so good at running the ball, Saquon didn't have a career year because he's Saquon. He had a career year because he's Saquon and they got that fucking great O line. Like if we don't have that O line,
No. Wait
I
a minute. Wait a fucking minute.
I don't
Be
think
cool.
Cool, nigga.
I'm just saying. I'm saying he's Saquon. I get it, but I'm saying
Don't
that O
you
line
disrespect the man from the Bronx.
That O line and Jalen Hurts and having all these weapons offensively, he
No.
never had this in New York. He never had this in New York.
Listen, don't
He's
you
never had a
don't
year
you
like this in New York.
disrespect a man from the Bronx ever
King
again.
Jamie, has he ever had a year like that in New York?
Listen, because
Has he ever had a year like that in New York?
but it has nothing to do with the O-line sometimes.
No, it has. It has
It
a little
does.
bit.
It does. But remember the fact.
I'm not saying he's not Saquon. I explained.
Yeah, but you're not. I'm not going there. That's not where I was going with it. Remember, you've got some weapons out there. You got a weapon as a signal caller
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. All that
with the tight end, with your offensive genius coach.
and the O line, and that great O line.
Can you stop mentioning the O-line for 1 second, okay?
I can't.
I can't give you props for
I
your wide
can't.
receivers or something.
No.
Jeez.
I mean, yeah, you
Devontae, AJ, get your boy over here. He's giving y'all no credit.
I didn't say no credit. I didn't
Y'all
say
stretch the field out so so the O-line could do work, and he over here just giving the O-line
I
all the
didn't
credit
say
in the
that.
world.
I'm saying the churches wins championships. We all know this. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that. Come on, bro. I know Devontae Smith and AJ Brown. And that's what I'm saying. I'm saying all that helps Saquon a little bit more.
Heard that. No, obviously. it
Because
does.
even though like if you watch in the Super Bowl, they were stopping Saquon. They were like, nah, this nigga ain't getting off.
Yeah,
So who else got off? So who goes off then?
I get it.
Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, they eat. So one or the other. You gotta pick a poison.
But you know
with
what? You want to know how I know?
them. Said, okay.
But you want to know how I know that it's not all your O-line? Because I remember a game against my Baltimore Ravens where he couldn't do shit for the beginning until
No, that's true.
a certain quarter.
That is true.
And it's not because your O-line. It was just because he broke.
No, yeah, that's true. That's true.
He just broke out.
Nah, but that's what I'm saying. That's Saquon.
Remember, he only needs to break one.
That's what I'm saying. That's Saquon being Saquon.
He only needed to break one, and he did. You know what I'm saying? That's like us. Well, we only need Derrick Henry to break one, and that's it.
That's
you know what I'm
Saquon. That's just Saquon. I can't take that away from him. Once he gets by the O line, that's all him.
saying?
That's all him. He's fucking fire. I can't wait to see him again. I think he's gonna have another great year.
For sure.
I'm excited.
For sure.
I'm excited.
One thing I am excited about is this rookie class. I want to see what the quarterbacks look like. Because they said it was a weak rookie class.
You think Dart starts?
Maybe not get week 1, but he might start by week 10 or week 17.
Cam starts.
I would hope so. Number 1 overall pick.
I'm just saying. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
No, there's some. Listen,
Sometimes it don't pan
listen,
out,
King Jamie.
you
There's
know,
some
the
teams you know are gonna make it. I know the Chiefs are gonna be there. I know the Ravens are gonna be there. I know the Bills are gonna be there. I know the Eagles are gonna be there. I know the Lions are gonna be around. Who else? We don't know. We don't know.
Nah, I ain't capping. I'm just, you know,
Yeah, we don't know.
I'm just trying not to put no target on our back, even though we're going to have it anyways. Cause
But I think all this disrespect that the Chiefs are getting, where they put in the Broncos or the Chargers to win the division, and the Chiefs to barely make the playoffs apparently compared to all these standings, is just making it. You know what I'm saying? We always make a deep playoff run. It's just we choke when we do. We're never one and done. We don't lose out the first game. We always win one game at least.
yeah, it'd be close. I feel,
But remember,
again,
Lamar got injured 2 years. Remember
Lamar's
that?
just,
There were 2 years where Lamar just missed the playoffs because he got hurt, not because, you know what I'm saying, we were sorry. And yeah, that also hurts. That also hurts.
yeah, for real. That does hurt. But I think the only thing that's stopping Lamar is Lamar. If he can get out of his own head about pressing so much early in the game, trying to do too much. If it's not there, hey, listen, trust your defense.
But it's not just Lamar.
No, yeah, I agree.
It's not just Lamar.
But what I'm saying is,
3 years ago,
in that game,
against the Cincinnati
he
Bengals,
definitely took that shot. That
our
shouldn't
backup
have took.
Snoop Huntley fumbled the ball on the goal line where we were about to score, and the Bengals took it to the house the other way. 2 years ago, Zay Flowers fumbled in the goal line when we were about to take the lead against you guys. Last year, Lamar fumbles and Mark Andrews drops the ball. It's a Raven thing. It's not just a Lamar Jackson thing. It's a Raven thing.
King Jamie's going off. You see what he said?
I don't know about the hard balls because one hard ball is proven. The other one, to me, is not that proven. I don't know how they rank Jim Harbaugh over John Harbaugh. I don't get that. I don't get that. I've seen that in a lot of head coaching rankings.
Yeah, that's weird.
How the fuck you have Jim Harbaugh over John? John is the longest tenured head coach outside of fucking Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin.
He has a Super Bowl ring, and not only that, no coach in NFL history has more road playoff wins than John Harbaugh. When was the last time you saw the Ravens get blown out in a playoff game? Like, give me that one. Not ever. Not ever. Meanwhile, I seen the Chargers get their ass whooped. Especially when it comes to close games. Just calling how I see it.
Justin Herb,
Yep.
who they by the way have as one of the favorites to get to the
They have them winning the division over the Chiefs. How the fuck?
division. What? That must be so that KC could come under the radar with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you guys
It's only
expect
adding
us
fuel to the fire. I would not be doing that if I was in the AFC West. I'd keep my mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut, because the last thing you want is 5,000 yards and 50 touchdown Mahomes to come back. Just saying, that's the last thing we all want.
And
Fatality.
he got the weapons, and in this draft they grabbed more weapons, wide receiver wise. So they stacked right back up.
Yeah, but I never see them.
Nah, they ain't never say it
I
like
don't see
this.
them putting up graphics where they predict you guys to not win the division. I don't think I've seen that before.
Not like this.
And they're doing it a lot. It's not just once here. No, when we see playoff standings, predictions, over under games, all that shit, they got either the Broncos or the Chargers over you guys, and that makes no sense to me. That they've got to earn that, and they haven't yet. Nah, none of those teams are as good as the Philadelphia Eagles for you to be talking that shit. Well, look what the Eagles are doing. Well, have you seen the Eagles roster? Name a team in the AFC West that has that roster to beat the fucking Chiefs.
Yeah, fact.
Be cool, nigga.
Shut up. You know what I'm saying? Shut up.
Yeah, we're stacked. I can't lie. We're stacked. I can't. And then the fact that I'll be watching like rumors and shit where they're talking about some of these people are disgruntled with their teams, and that the favorites to land them are the Eagles. I'm like, damn, how much more do they fucking need? You gonna give them more?
But it's not our fault. We saw the Chiefs, the Ravens, and the Eagles all received A gradings for the draft, and we picked after 27.
Facts.
The best linebacker in the draft is not supposed to fall to the Eagles at 20, at 30, whatever you pick. The best safety in the draft is not to fall to the Ravens at 20 something. You know what I'm saying? These things are not supposed to happen.
Probably right about that one then.
Yeah.
But you know how it goes. That's how it works.
Yeah, but this is the thing about it. When
you're a good team.
you take a leap like that to try to predict a downfall of an almighty
true.
team,
You could look really
you
bad.
look stupid to the point where I no longer give you respect. I'm not gonna listen to anything you say. You could talk to there are people like that. I get that. There are people like that in real life. I've been talking sports all my life, throughout school and all, and work and all that shit. And there are people who will talk shit and talk shit and talk shit until something finally sticks and they say, I told you so. No, bro.
You waited till that.
You predicted wrong 40 times in a row before you got this one right. Fuck you. I don't really listen to you. No.
I told you who's coming about 4 years ago.
No, bro. No. That's not a prediction. You were just talking shit. And it came, and eventually, you're going to be right eventually.
You know what I don't mind? I don't mind the bold predictions. If you want to do a bold prediction, I don't mind it, but just don't make it outlandish. Like when you do a bold prediction, you can't be like, the Eagles are going to come in 4th place in the NFC East. Like, well, what? What are we talking about? Are you crazy? That's not going to happen even if they do lose their quarterback.
It just makes no sense. It's very disrespectful.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying we're gonna get back to the Super Bowl. I'm not saying that because again, everything has to go right. There's a lot of luck involved. People have to stay healthy, and for the most part, it's football. Most of them don't stay healthy. But we're gonna make a playoff run. It's just there's no way we're not gonna make a playoff run. We've done it. We've done it every year since Nick Sirianni's been there. We're gonna make a playoff run.
And King Jamie, I'm the same way. I'm telling people that Lamar Jackson's the best player in the fucking world until it actually becomes true. So fuck that shit.
Yeah, it's a juggernaut, bitch.
Wait,
I'm not innocent. He is the best player in the fucking world. The hell's everybody talking about? Don't you see? When you watch fucking TV and you watch an NFL game, I don't care who Lamar's playing. I don't care if it's Pat Mahomes or Tom Brady. The best player on the field that I see is Lamar Jackson.
we're not saying quarterback. We're just saying
Player. Remember, Lamar's not a quarterback. He's a running back that can throw. All right? That's what they said when he was coming in. Keep that same fucking energy, motherfuckers. Unbelievable. Yeah, Colin Cowherd
That
is
guy's
so
terrible.
flippin' flop, man. He
That
will say
guy's
one thing one
terrible.
week and he will say the exact opposite the next week. Like, I told you. No, bro. I remember what you said. I got your receipts. It's all over YouTube. What the fuck is wrong with you? You know who I like on the Colin Cowherd show is that Manish, what was his name? The Indian looking dude, the Hindu looking dude?
Oh yeah, he's good. He's good.
Joey McIntyre, whatever his name is?
He's good. I like him.
I don't like him.
You don't like him either?
I love him for a reason.
Oh, good.
Every time he picks a team to guaranteed to win, I bet against that pick and he gets me right every single fucking time. I love that guy. Fucking New York trash fan.
Oh no, I don't think we're talking about the same guy.
And Mahomes will never be Lamar Jackson, bro. There's no argument there either. Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league. Nobody's saying he's not. But who's the best player in the league? It's Lamar Jackson. It's Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, player, bro, like that.
There's no player in the league better than Lamar Jackson.
There's nothing more electric than Lamar Jackson.
And I'm not saying that because he's the premier dual threat quarterback of all time. He is the premier dual quarterback of all time. But there's no wide receiver. There's no running back. There's no linebacker. There's no offensive lineman or defensive lineman. There's no special team returner. There's no player better than Lamar Jackson. However, they're better quarterbacks, if you want to say. But Lamar Jackson's not a quarterback, remember. He's just a running back that can throw. Or no, apparently he can't throw, but he just kicks a lot of people's ass throwing the ball. I don't know how, but whatever. That's neither here or there. King Jamie, we're going to sign out here because we're starting to lag over here. The connection's bad. We will be back on Saturday to recap the NBA Finals and to talk some more QFL.
I feel like I'm on the moon.
Yeah, floating and shit. We appreciate y'all tuning in. King Jamie, always. You say you're going to be back on Thursday, 6 Mountain Time, so that'd be 9 this time, I think, or 8 around this time. So we will tune in then, okay? I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, appreciate you, King.
Be safe. God bless. To all of you, remember, this is the Pressure Podcast. It means to perform, react, and do. Use the strategies and sports under rigorous environments, motherfucker.
Give me a hell yeah!
Only podcast reviewer has say. You could put, if you have a webcam, we can send you a link so we can put you on a little screen back there, hop on the mic, and you can talk your shit.
Finish him!
Till then, motherfuckers, we'll see you then. Be safe.